Emmett's actual picture looks so young, like she, and so does this actor. I can't wrap my head around why this other man was so scared that a young teen was just gonna take your lady. You're right. It's so true. It's like it seems very unreasonable, right? Like he's a child. Like your wife's not going anywhere with this little boy. Like, but for some reason, again, that vilification and of black males, like
Yeah.
even though he's young and he's a child,
You don't
you
see him
know,
as and that's the thing. So when you're a black child, your childhood is taken from you. You don't get the ability to be a child because you're a black child, especially a black male child. And we see this throughout every system, the mass incarceration of black males, young black males. We see this in foster care system. We see this in schools when black males are receiving harsher sentences or harsher punishments for acting out in class. They're being suspended. They're being expelled from school. And this is a consistent theme, is the vilification of black males, black young males. They don't get a chance to be kids when they're young. They're black. They're males. They're not seen and society and the eyes of society as a child. So their childhood is essentially robbed from them. Their ability to go through life and to develop is taken from them. They don't get a chance to. And so that is one of the reasons why it was easy, or it was so compelling for these men to do what they did to Emmett. You can't see him as a child. There was no way to
right.
see this person as a child and do that. You have to see him as a grown, responsible man for his actions, and then worthy of a horrific death such as that. And what's also interesting is, we're talking about the psyche of white people also, is the equivalent of this person, this child of this, we have to kill him. It's like this amplification. It's the meditation. It's the meditation of it. It's like, we can't let this go. But it's also, it's to some extent, there's a mental health issue going on, because if you can vilify that in your head and play on that and meditate it, premeditate a homicide like that, we would call that a person with mental health challenges. So it's not just a cultural aspect. There's a mental health aspect that's going on here that we also need to think
That's
about. Because
very
if
true.
you can meditate on something like that and allow that to consume you, and then to meditate on someone's murder, and sit on it and say, we gotta do this. We have to think about that. Like, you have a whole life, a whole job, but you're meditating on something like this, and you won't let it go until you fulfill whatever you've meditated on. I think that that's something worth mentioning too.